What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. We have more combo breaker action with some Street Fighter 4. I am Brad Muse. Joining me here is a Vicious to round this one out. How are you doing so far this weekend?
I'll be real straight up with you, man. I didn't even know I was supposed to be here.
Okay, put it all on the table.
Yeah, well, that's just how it is, man. Like, when they asked me to do USF4, I was like, I'm going to just stop where I'm at. I was at the bar and I was getting a drink. I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm fine. I booked it right back because I don't want to miss it. When I saw who was in top 4, I'm like, I especially do not want to miss this because it feels like a family reunion. These guys that are in the top 4 have not stopped playing Street Fighter 4, and it's going to be a very, very good reason as to why they're in top 4. As you can see right there, Brent is cool going up against Lucan in the winners finals. That is a family takedown because these guys have been... like, they grew up together, essentially, in the realm of Street Fighter 4. Chumandinga as well as Cormano. That's going to be a wild story because Chumandinga and his Makoto has been... It's so fun to watch in general. But Cormano, that could be a little bit of a toss-up. I don't know if he's going to go El Fuerte in that matchup specifically. He does have a bunch of other characters as well, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool to be able to check this out, bring all this action to you guys. Awesome that we still get to show out some love for Street Fighter 4. It's an interesting week for Street Fighter in general. Obviously, with Street Fighter 6 coming out very shortly, we had you were around to be able to watch the send-off of Street Fighter 5 earlier this weekend as well. But there's plenty of time to still show some love to the classic titles. I like that 4 is getting brought back around as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very big mainstay in terms of like the side tournaments. It's always been like a pretty big attraction at any sort of event that you see it at. You would see it at like Combo Breaker, obviously, this year. You see it at like Evoke because the community is just still so strong that they're still down to run a tournament. But when these tournaments happen, man, you see so many killers, it's insane. And what's crazy about that is you might get somebody you've never really heard of before taking down said killers, which is kind of like the story today.
Okay.
I expected Auto Demon to be somewhere within like the top 4. He actually got taken down by another notable name, but it's just been so difficult to even solidify your spot in this top 4. That's how hard it is to like really find success in this game because of how much it's still being played.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you can revisit these legacy titles over, which is, first of all, weird to refer to it as a legacy title because, it wasn't your first Street Fighter, it was my first Street Fighter. No. It's a thing that dates you. But just to come back to it and see that the game continues to see play and develop in the background. There's people that never put it down. I know there's still people that show love to it, streaming tournaments and showing love on Twitch, playing ladders. Maybe one day we'll get rollback. Wouldn't that be great?
Dude, I talk about it with Capcom all the time. I'm like, so, rollback project, when for Street Fighter 4? That'd be kind of sick. But in the meantime, we still have other people just throwing it down on casuals. They throw it down for like weekly tournaments. I know online, for the West Coast specifically that I know, I know Online Tony's still putting up his. I know Blockbuster John has started to establish his as well. The Street Fighter 4 group on Facebook still actively not only talks trash to each other, but still actively finds the locals to play at and get some of these exhibitions in, and it's all love still.
Yeah, and I mean, You talk trash with Street Fighter 4 as well. I know you talked up somebody that you played in a set earlier in casuals.
Oh yeah, I was like, you know what, Mono, you've been on my ass for like a year. Like, let me live, bro. And he's like, no, because I beat him in Super Turbo, we had to play through the rest of them, right? He played yes, and we're like, you know what, the ultimate decider is Street Fighter 4. But I will always be like, you know what, I'm gonna option select this until I go to Puerto Rico with my own equipment and we get that set. Then I'll hail you as the king. But I took it with grace. I put it out on Twitter. I'm like, you know what.
I didn't see the tweet. Okay, I just saw the. I mean, grace is a word.
Yeah,
I saw you pulling away. It was.
I told it wasn't an immediate. I was like, you know what, Mono, you got it. I told him straight up. I was like, you got it. You got it. I don't want to smoke
you did do that. You did do that.
I was like, you got it. That's just how it goes. This is the time to get your bets in, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Here on the IFCYipeS channel, we throw it down. Look, man, Brent versus Lucan. What else can you really say? These guys can leave it at a toss-up. I'm not too sure if Lucan is still playing any type of Shoto character, but he's always been the Shoto archetype. The last time I've seen him play, he was rocking Evil Ryu.
Okay.
Brent, always with the Rufus. But that's not to take away from both of these players as individuals. They can play any character on the roster that they so please.
Sure. I mean, when you visit a title that you've been able to have your hands on for this long, I mean, people experiment over time. You play around with different stuff. At a certain point, you understand the engine well enough, and you understand the way that the game means to be played for well enough that you can probably pick up certain things. You make comfort picks, I think. Like, even one still has mains, and I also think not just in older titles like Street Fighter 4, but I think in general we're seeing across the fighting game community in general, people getting more comfortable with being able to play multiple characters at a tournament level. The ability to be able to pivot on the fly and bring out a different type of energy in a tournament setting to get away from that bad matchup or something is super important.
No doubt. And that's a skill that kind of like is carried on throughout title after title after title. You learn how to fully understand, like fully break down the fundamentals that are needed in every title that like advances. Like you get new mechanics or whatever. It's like, I still know how to break this down. I still know how to find the strategy and whatnot. One big proponent of that is Chris. I know he was in the chat earlier. Right?
I did see that, yeah.
Him being able to transcend from like playing 4, doing really, really well in the early stages of 5, and then coming back into 6, being like the most dominant player in 6, right? So
yeah, I mean, what did he win every in the
in one weekend? He won
one
every,
weekend. He
like
won
4
tournaments. Yeah, I think.
Sheesh.
I don't recall. I think he didn't see as much luck in the open beta tournaments that were being run. But I know for closed beta 2, when we were running tournaments, I mean, I was involved in one of those. I know Joe had one, and yeah, all of them. 4 for 4. Imagine that.
I can't. That's like I feel like he made his entire like paycheck for like a month and a half.
Right.
Whatever job he has right now. I'm not gonna put him on blast. I know where he works. But
I saw someone say I want Fuerte to mix everyone. I saw it in passing and thought they were asking for Fuerte in Street Fighter 6, and I was like, that is an interesting
Let's not.
I
know who it is. It's Casablanca. Casablanca asking for that. If Cas were to say I want that in 6, I know he's lying because he already has his character.
Oh,
it's Blanca. I mean, Casablanca.
Fair point.
Also, what up, man? What's up, everybody in the chat? I see all the old heads in here. I see everybody that's been throwing it down for years and years and years. Obviously, it's always a good family reunion. Yes, sir. Always a good family reunion, that's for sure. Any upsets? I don't know if you're taking a look at a thorough look at the bracket. One of the big ones was, I think, Solid taking down Auto Demon. Now, it's not to take away from Solid because obviously it's in the name. He plays really, really well. But there was just something about the way he performed today that took the best of Auto Demon. And Auto Demon was a champion from last year.
I was going to say, I remember Auto Demon from last year.
He was a 3-peat champion, actually. He went back-to-back-to-back events and got first place. So I will say that's a slight upset, but not by a large margin, right? It's not even like a considerable margin, I think. It was just one of those days where I think Solid just happened to have the better of
Sometimes you just get the better of them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think there was the 2 out of 3 versus 3 out of 5 debate that's been going on, and I really liked Brian F's take on it, where it was like, tournament results don't necessarily say who the best player is. It is just a statistical analysis or a way of looking at who did the best that day.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's not absolute truth.
No doubt. Yeah. So we are getting a button check. You already know how it goes, community. Like we go through each and every button check as we can. I know the producers love it to a certain extent, but that's just how it goes, man. Don't smile at me. I know what you're saying. I see you, bro. No, but all apologies. Obviously, we have to make sure the quality of the game is set up thoroughly. We want to make sure the buttons are correct because we all get salty when our buttons don't work. I was doing that earlier. But again, we are getting through it. For those that don't know, Lucan might pick a Shoto. I'm considering it's going to be Evil Ryu. As for Brent is cool, he's going to be using Rufus. If my money was actually on it, I would say that's the character.
So Rufus, Evil Ryu, tell me a little bit about that matchup.
Man, that matchup sucks. Listen,
okay.
A lot can go into what Evil Ryu can do against Rufus, considering he's a big body. There is a specific Sakonoko combo that can lead to a very significant win strategy that leads to like a stun earlier, or like can get your win condition even sooner. Problem is, you have to get past all of the BS that is Rufus. Rufus, one of the most mobile characters in the game, despite his figure. I think the dive kick is the main tool that could be the biggest nuisance for anybody, especially for a Shoto type of character. You're thinking about the normals, you're thinking about the pokes that these characters present. Well, guess what? Rufus can navigate his way around those strategies pretty effectively. You're thinking about the fireballs as well. Well, guess what? He could also either just jump over or like the side kick over it to get a full connection. If he has bar, it'll be dangerous. But this is going to be the tried and true Lucan. If he's going for Ryu, is he solidifying it? That's his classic.
It's looking like it. I mean, you said Shotos. Now, but so that would be intriguing to me, given that you're sitting here talking about like, okay, Evil Ryu has all of these unique tools, has the big body combos on the Sakonako stuff, but Ryu obviously going to bring a very different type of pace to this matchup.
It's gonna be real vanilla, Brad.
Incredibly vanilla.
It's gonna be real vanilla.
We've seen this matchup before.
He can do a decent amount of stun. it played right. So Lucan, we're going to see how this plays out. This is the range that Brent really wants to play at, already getting the forward throw.
Okay. Wake Up DP comes out from Lucan and trades with the dive kick coming in. Wants to go around that fireball, but Lucan doing a decent job of keeping this shut down already. Yeah.
Excellent. A really good bait off of Lucan. I just think it's kind of... Oh, man.
My God.
You can't just slide into DMs like that. Solar Plexus, nothing afterwards. Lucan dropping a significant combo.
Okay.
Out of there.
Nice focus attack with that throw. Gonna do a decent job getting through that gray light. Gotta deal with the dive kick pressure. Nice frame trap right into the ultra.
Ooh, dirty man. Most of the time you see that standing short block. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go into the next one. But the funny thing about that is like, even if there's like a gap, you could probably DP through it and FA cancel whatever you want. But still, like Fierce into like Galactic Tornado is still safe.
Yeah. These deeper jumps, like these wider jumps, are really getting exposed by Lucan here. Damn, even at that range, you're still ready for it?
Oh. And that's such a tricky roll, dude. The down forward medium kick from Rufus hits a low, and it just takes up so much space. But
right, neutral jumps like that bait from Brent is cool, using that neutral jump, forcing Lucan to think about the fireball game. But Wake Up DP still coming out here from Lucan. Oh, breaking the glass.
That's fine. I need to see Lucan kind of establish his throws now, because a lot of the times he's done delayed crouching medium punch to get like a free trap starter. That's an excellent punch on the EX Galactic Tornado, too far out.
Yep, using the air Tatsu to be able to get out of the corner. Lucan has a 50% health left. Nice life lead, plenty of resources, trying to make something happen. Dive kick connects though.
No! It's the target combo! There was a link after the EX Galactic.
Right, Lucan, oh man, going for the crouching fierce. It's not going to connect because the dive kick came out too late. The first game going to Brent is cool.
I think that was a checkmate too for Lucan. That neutral jump leaves you in, like, yeah, it was just enough space for you to get like any sort of DP. Any sort of DP.
Yeah, I mean, the crouching fierce there was, I agree. I feel like you should have been able to DP in that spot. It might have made the difference, but the way that Brent is varying up where they're going with the jumps is starting to weigh in on the mental of Lucan. Okay.
Sick. It's a little tricky. It does work on Rufus, on standing Rufus. It is going to hit twice consistently. Solar Plexus, don't drop it. Nice and easy. Way easier of a starter than just going raw crouching heavy punch. I like that.
Overheads again, exposing Brent for wanting to keep down back. Fireball closes that round out. First round on the board now for Lucan.
We don't want this to be free. Not at all. This is 3 out of 5, no?
I would think so. Winners finals.
Yes, sir. Okay. Damn, that was deep. Lucan walked a mile and a half. Focus. No, DP run. I like that. Heavy DP to just blow it up instead of trying to gamble with the focus.
Jump in.
Out of there. Oh, with a sweep. Delayed dive kick on the way out.
Okay.
What is happening?
I like the patience out of Lucan there, but these whiff jabs, there's something to what Brent is bringing to the table that I don't fully understand. There's been a few of those execution mistakes, but also some of these choices about that. Okay, dash back to get away from the dive kick. Lucan still sitting on a life lead here. Okay, if that low forward had any follow-up behind it.
Oh,
nice.
I think it was a little bit of a scary situation because that far roundhouse can launch you up or eat up one of your normals, but it was just the right space and the right time for Lucan to throw out that low medium kick. I don't even think he had faith in it hitting because it was pretty much mid roundhouse.
Yeah, I feel like there's a spot on the screen where Lucan is seeming really comfortable, and it's like in any of the spots where if Brent wants to go for dive kick, he needs to have a certain amount of travel distance to be able to cover anything. That's the spot where Lucan is feeling really comfortable. It's the same spot where standing roundhouse is functioning in here, but this is not looking too great for Lucan right now. Okay, corners himself though, does Brent, and smoked out by it.
I see now Lucan is establishing that corner throw presence. Solar Plexus, crouching heavy punch. No, he dropped the other link. Crouching medium punch, now he's dropping a lot of damage.
Ooh. Okay, that was a really good crouching short from Brent, but you're still dealing with that corner pressure that you were just talking about.
Uppercut!
Short. No uppercut? Why?
It's hard. It's very hard to tell sometimes. Ugh, America sheds a tear. That's more than enough damage. Even if it's not, you still get dash up in the corner, dive kick, and yeah, the chip damage. You already knew. The crazy thing is, I'm so glad that he didn't go for like a corner deep dive kick.
Yep.
For that kind of like ambiguous setup into like EX Messiah kick on the other side, because I think there's space for Lucan to actually DP through it. But anyways.
Oh, that was a really late dive kick. I like the delay there on the crouching short.
There's a DP trade, but Lucan's prioritizing space away from the corner rather than spending the ultra.
Nice low forward. Getting the counter hit there. Going for the Tatsu, but you get smoked out for it. Okay, we have the links here to Brent.
Oh, that could have worked. Oh, my God. But I think it was a oh, Mets.
All right, that's a big equalizer for Lucan, but we want to close the distance. We do know that we need to finish this out. Oh, dive kick. Working out great for him. Frame traps.
That's more than enough. Even if the scaling involved is off of the 2 crouching jabs, it's still fine. And you get a little bit of scaling for like sucking them in with EX Galactic. Funny enough.
I want to see Rufus's grave in Street Fighter 6. Wow.
That's kind of not cool.
Are you ready?
I mean, like him not being playable, that's more than enough. That's fine, you know. Oh, good reaction to the focus. We see it again. Peppering it with the light, but keeping the check with medium kick from Rufus is always good.
Oh, almost getting the chase down. Ooh, nice. We don't get as much out of that as we might like. Okay. Back throw, putting him back in the corner. Trying to keep this locked down. That dive kick was ambiguous.
It's always like some weird gimmick with like player 1 side and player 2 side. I actually can't remember what side he's actually hitting it from. I think it's passive. I might be wrong though.
Ooh.
Don't. Okay, jeez. That's so tough to even try to TP.
Yeah, Lucan's playing real patient right now, but you're going to have to deal with Chip there once again. I liked the patience out of Lucan, but I think the difficulty is they're starting to get overwhelmed. You can see that Brent is getting more and more comfortable in the pace.
I'm really curious as to why Lucan hasn't changed it up to like either Ryu. I think it's more like a fear of execution dropping.
Maybe. I mean, we've seen the execution problems on the... Oh, no.
Oh, help. Yeah. It's so difficult to get Brent off your back like this. Oh, 1 too many lights.
Yep, I liked the empty jump low, but that's a real shame. Okay, finding the low strong right into the sweep.
Side kick on the empty jump. Oh, that was sick.
Lucan's sitting fully loaded right now. We could try to make something huge happen here. That dive kick is ambiguous as hell once again. This is maybe a one-touch situation for Brent as well, depending on the touch.
I think even after this, yeah, he has to go for the knockdown. If Ultra Combo wouldn't kill from prior, but I think in this range, I think with this damage,
Lucan is about to get that second bar, though. Okay, you
can do it!
Okay! Oh, that could have been huge. Oh, so smart! No punish! Why would you not punish?
It's fine. He could have, like, on the way down, like, during that moment, if Rufus is fast enough to get light kick ender, Ryu would be screwed.
Oh, fair. Oh, sure.
Woo! Sick. Jumping medium punch on the way in as that opener against Brent. I love standing heavy punch as an anti-air directly above Rufus's brain.
Great dive kick pressure. We just DP out. Lucan doesn't want to be dealing with that. Wanted for that early back throw. Brent School's definitely ready for that. Oh.
Liking it.
Okay. Smoked by the Messiah kick, though. Oh, right into the Ultra.
All right, here we go. EG time. Dash up. Stand jab after the technical sign comes up to kill some frames, but not enough. But Lucan's in a good spot. He has plenty of meter. Don't take another one.
Oh.
No. Man, that's kind of heartbreaking. As soon as the overhead was hit, I was like, yeah, you're in chip territory, son.
Well, Brent is able to move on to the winner's side of Grand Finals off of that one. Lucan's going to get another shot, just waiting to play the winner of Chumandinga and Cormano. You were talking about that matchup a little bit when we had seen the... I'm sorry?
Chewie! But go on.
No, so you were telling a little bit about the story of that matchup when we sat down and threw the bracket up for the people.
Yeah, so it's really dependent on what characters are chosen. I have seen Cormano choose Cody before during one of the online leagues, but it's been primarily El Fuerte. So
okay.
Fuerte versus Makoto, I don't care who you are in the chat, there's no way you're going to give me a full analysis as to how the matchup goes. That's just how it goes, bro. It's Fuerte.
Sometimes that happens, right? The rounds can go that way. You can see the bracket up there on the screen for you. Lucan having dropped down now to the losers finals. Chumandinga and Cormano. Thanks to all the players that came out and continued to show some love to Street Fighter 4. Thanks to everybody that's been showing love to Combo Breaker through this weekend as well. It has been awesome to be here and be a part of this energy.
No doubt. So if I were to actually be serious about it, like looking into the matchup itself, Makoto needs to land one thing, and it is that command grab. But surprisingly enough, It's evolved over time. Like during the early phases of like Street Fighter 4, when she first came out, the first thing we thought of was like how many different ways can you land Karaksa? I feel like she's overall been put on the map in a very significant way from Kelvin John from NorCal, as well as Haitani obviously coming back with his showcase in EVO. There are plenty of ways I think that Makoto can get in. It's just like her mobility may not be the best. Forte, I feel like as wild as he is, there are some moments where you could kind of like get a solid read and maybe react to one of the splashes or one of the options to his run. Those are some possibilities. So there is execution involved for both characters, so we'll see if that comes into play. We might see fierce loops. We might see some juggles from Makoto, but as it goes right now, it could still be a considerable toss-up. If Makoto grabs you, you're going to be eating a lot of damage. If El Forte knocks you down, you're going to be eating a lot of damage.
Sounds like, I'm not going to say coin flip, but I'm going to say it sounds like it's going to be tumultuous. Loading right into it here. Chewie versus Cormano. Loser semi, so this is back to a 2 out of 3.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a coin flip. It's definitely a 20-sided die.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, help. Yep. Good throw bait with the axe kick as well. For medium punch, it's still the pressure. You do get a knockdown after a heavy axe kick, so that's important.
Yeah, Cormano definitely using their tool set here to stay in the pocket, trying to keep Chewie from being able to be comfortable. But now they start to run their own offense. Nice punish on the run slide.
You know how I mentioned that Makoto is not too mobile because of her walk speed? Well, that's why she dashes, she jumps, she axe kicks the whole nine. But again, we talked about that one knockdown. You could get a reset off of that, off Tortilla with standing light kick. Oh no, the quesadillas. Oh, the meaty sweep.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I liked the attempt there from Chewie to try to press forward, but Cormano had managed to pull out exactly the right option to challenge you for being able to move forward in that way. First round going here to Cormano. Nice check on the dashes. We're seeing that a little bit here from Cormano. They're having a hard time dealing with the that forward motion that's coming out of Chewie, but they're finding the spots to check it and slow it back down.
A little bit of a problem too. Man, that quesadilla has been served to multiple Makotos today, man. She's ordering the entire platter. Over and over and over again. Forward throw. Don't get overheaded.
More tick throws. What's it going to be? Oh, the same kind of thing. Doing the run back, checking you for trying to run forward. First game now going on the board here for Cormano. And I think in both of those spots, both of those rounds were clinched with them surrendering the space and then rapidly covering it before Chewie was able to do anything about it.
And that was Cormano's kind of call out. Like, he had the life lead. That's a very, like, classic thing to do is, like, back off. You don't want to be overzealous about it. Try to react and force your opponent to make that error. He did that exactly to a T. Slapping him, that medium punch. Canceled into the quesadilla, but damn. Dash punch. Ugh. Into the corner. Axe kick again. Knockdown meaty. I thought that was meaty enough. I lied, but that karate chop, the karate size yo ass, is so powerful.
Right, first round on the board now for Chewie. It's the first time we've been able to see that so far. Okay. You can see it looks like their answer is to be a little bit more passive and try to wait out their shot. There's that command grab you were talking about.
Oh,
okay.
Now the backdash. Oh, you tried
that was
to
gonna be
dash
3. That was gonna be 3.
Oh. Back-to-back slides. Oh, we're gonna see the reset. Standing light kick. Yes, we are. It's the stun, not even the reset. You could have gone into Ultra, but it's fine. Now Chewie is in a real tough spot. Cormano's got hella bar going into this next round. We might see EX quesadilla after EX quesadilla after EX quesadilla. What is he won?
Oh no.
God. Uh-oh, that's armor. Okay, that's 1. I told you. Do it again. Oh, my nuts! Ah! I don't know you! Say Shozin Kodansky.
All right, I'm going to press the issue using the corpse hop to make sure that Cormano goes back into the corner. Ooh, just barely making that focus attack not connect.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ugh.
One more touch would do it for Cormano.
Oh, I lied! Oh, that's a punish.
Okay, checking those dashes again. That was such a big part of that round there for Cormano, and now that whole set, it was just so much about making sure they were able to control that space and check out. Oh, it looks like we are treating this with 3 out of 5.
Okay. Sick. Even better. As cool as it is, it could be kind of scary because Makoto still could make that comeback. Man, I will say this though, Chewie is not able to react to what's happening on the screen against Forte.
Yeah, getting absolutely mauled on right now. Okay, EX run to get through. Nice jump back jab to try to make something happen, but you have so little life here. Trying to make something happen, it's not gonna work.
Telling you, man, you can see, well, you can't actually see, but Chewie he's scratching his beard on this one, chat. He's definitely scratching his beard. He's lost in the sauce.
It's just looking like they're having a really hard time dealing with the pace that Cormano is able to bring to the table here. It's, you know, oh my God, finding a wall bounce. Okay, go forward connects. Even in these spots where it's like Chewie and Dingo's trying to, you know, stick out a poke and make something happen, and a lot of those spots are even getting a trade. Nice air throw coming out there from Cormano.
The cross-up jump fierce is so sick.
Oh my God, there were layers there. One more touch ought to do it. Jump back, we find the throw. The layers once again, a 3-0 victory there for Cormano.
Yeah, and it's super tough. I don't know if it's like, in that sequence, if you try to like jump with him as he does like run into like a tortilla setup, if you did like immediate jump light axe kick, would that actually connect mid-air, allowing for a juggle for EX dash punch, perhaps? Or even like heavy dash punch? I kind of want to test that out now that we're here. That'd be kind of sick. I mean, just thinking about that interaction, there's enough time for both characters to kind of float and kind of connect. I think it's a possibility, but as you can see, Chewie just not totally comfortable with the matchup.
Yeah, there was definitely a pace there. There were, I think the closest that it was looking okay for them was in that sort of the beginning of that first game. They had those sequences where it was like, all right, I'm really sort of running away with it. But the second that Cormano got any amount of breathing room and was able to start, it felt like Cormano was just doing such a spectacular job of dancing in and out of the ranges, eliciting the responses out of Chewie that they wanted, and making sure that they kept them guessing in the worst kind of way. Cormano gets to move on now to play in the losers finals against Lucan. We still have Brent is cool, waiting up in the winner's side of Grands.
This isn't Emerson, right? This isn't like Emerson under a new moniker, right? Like, I'm kind of curious. I don't know what he looks like under that mask, but I recognize the hair. That's why I'm kind of like freaking out. Low key. I swear to God, Emerson, if that's you, holy. You are deceived. Hell no. Hell no. I'm kind of nervous, low key, because I've seen those eyes before.
Okay, I feel like there's context here that I don't have.
All right, so chat, give me a quick refresher.
Chris Tatarian says that is Emerson.
No way, dog. This is okay. So, me and Emerson go to the same arcade. Have for years. He's one of our brothers, but I haven't. That's crazy, bro. What? He helped me take down EG during one of the West Coast Warzone tournaments in our team tournament.
Okay.
It was me, Emerson, and Commander Jesse. And I haven't seen him in years.
Well, you're going to have to go out there and say hi when we're done with this.
I'm giving him a big-ass hug.
Here we go. Looks like we're repping the evil Ryu this time. Not going to be using the Ryu. Maybe wanting to get the character a little warmer for later. I'm
low-key kind of mad because I'm like, that's why there were so many damn quesadillas. That's how he plays, son.
Really?
I'm low-key kind of tight. I'm kind of tight. No wonder we saw so much cheap quesadillas, bro. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. But we'll see. So even more history between these two. I think the Evil Ryu is going to be a pretty sizable approach for Lucan, but there's a couple of things that Forte can do to get around fireballs, for sure.
Yeah, getting around the fireball is probably going to be the big first thing. But obviously having, you know, a reversal that Lucan can represent is also going to make it a little bit, it's going to give Cormano just a little bit of pause. But we're seeing even just the standing medium kick, the degree of control that Lucan is bringing to the table already. Nice up back to get away from the mix-ups off the run. Okay.
So this is going to be a whole different pace. Lucan very much so familiar with Forte play. We've had some of the more dastardly Fortes in Southern California, whether it be like Kai, one of the organizers from West Coast Warzone, or Happy Tang, I guess. Obviously Emerson, but there's so much more.
Oh my God.
Man. Oh, that's kind of broke.
Grimy. All right, we wanted for it again. We hard commit to the DP after. We thought we believed real hard.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of fajitas.
You're gonna make me hungry, man.
That's all Forte's fault.
Ooh, okay.
Quesadilla bomb. Listen, as long as his bar down below is flashing, there will be quesadillas. That's the mini game of this matchup. You have to force the quesadillas out of him until the kitchen closes.
Okay. Oh no, we didn't get the combo there off the low forward like we might have wanted to. But we're back in that range where the fireball game is going to be able to work out here for Lucan. But you can see they're playing a little bit passively. I think they're worried about the EX bar. Okay.
Damn. In the corner now, it's fine. Excellent block, but no, he lets him out. Back throw.
Okay.
Oh, that's one. You could have
no.
comboed and killed. Fourth one up? No, it's not, but EXDP will.
Oh!
No! No.
That was psychic.
To be fair, that move, I think, I don't know what the interaction is between like EXDP and the EX anti-air grab from Forte's like. I think the DP kind of wins, but it wouldn't have killed. I'm not sure anymore.
I don't know either. I sort of expected us to be playing for chip or something in that spot. It looks like we're not going to happen. Repkin, the DP in the negative situation, wants to keep Cormano guessing. This is a okay life lead right now for Lucan.
Yeah. I can't believe that hit. Oh. Oh, that was an overhead. Had it reached.
Nice confirm.
Nice and easy. You don't get to waste that meter. It's fine. It was post KO. You keep the meter. Ref calls it clean.
Let's keep it up.
The Lucan grabbed first blood in the first round of game 1 earlier. Cormano, once they had that bar, they started feeling a little bit more confident using the armor to be able to deal with the fireballs. Kind of okay. Sada does not connect. Now stuck in the corner off this knockdown.
Oh, that's stun. That's damage. That's death. Doesn't even matter. Hey, that's correct.
Yeah, no drop in that one.
Yeah. Even people in the chat, Manny Forte, Kai was one of the original Fortes. That is correct, man. He was the first one to showcase a full fierce loop with Forte while reciting the entire alphabet. Every hit would be a letter. You had to be there, man.
A, B, C,
Yep.
D.
Yep.
Okay.
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Fair enough. I mean, flex on him how you want to flex on him, I suppose. Okay, you're posturing with some focus attack. We don't really want to let it rock. The standing medium kick checks from Lucan are going so far.
I don't think there's that many letters. Oxygen,
Yeah.
but
42.
close enough.
What alphabet are we talking about?
I don't know, man. It's definitely a different language, that's for sure. But as we go on, yeah, Lucan, another round on the board. We're starting to see a little bit of the Forte strategy sort of crumble, but I think it's just because Lucan's just been very hard to manage. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Block that Tostada.
I think you're exactly right. I think Lucan is using the neutral tools that Evil Ryu is affording them very effectively, and it's making it harder for Cormano to try to get in. And in those spots where Cormano is getting in, the fact that Lucan has these defensive choices available to him is making it even harder. That sitting medium kick going so far to try to shut him down. Nice block on the Tostada. We're going to be able to get that kill 2-1 now for Lucan.
I know chat will never believe me when I say this, but if you play enough Fuerte, when you see him run, there are certain sounds he makes when he launches that lets you know what he's going to be doing. Right? There's like a little spring to his step when he does the splash, and it's up to you to kind of like try to figure out whether or not to like focus it, block it correctly, etc. You can hear it. You can hear the spring.
You can audio cue what it's going to be.
You have
okay.
To. You have to. On top of trying to see it.
Well, sure.
I wouldn't solely go off of sight, to be honest.
Right. Flipping with the low. How far are we going to be able to press the damage here? Oh, exactly far enough. This is now set point for Lucan. Looking real dominant right now. How is Cormano going to be able to get around the wall? That is that standing medium kick and low forward that Lucan's bringing to the table.
He's got to find it soon. Oh, that could have been anti-air, but it's fine. Fourth row. This sets you up for a nice Tostada from the other side. No, but it's overhead. Nah, you can't get it reset like that.
Good block on the low, and there's that standing medium kick. Trade in those spots once again. It's being such an important part of this matchup for Lucan.
To be fair, I think Lucan's doing a great job of kind of like walking towards the danger, forcing the Tostada to hit only one way, and that's going to be the end of it. Cormano now eliminated from it, and you know it's a little real heartfelt handshake because they go back plenty of years.
Look, I think Lucan was the danger for that one.
Yeah.
You think that someone's going to knock on the door and deliver some violence? No, Lucan was the one who knocked. That standing medium kick was a knockin'.
Yeah, no doubt. Man, I want to yell across this screen. I want to be like, hey, yo, Emerson, what's good, baby?
Maybe he won't. Maybe he won't leave. Well, no, they're going to have the medal ceremony. So
True,
if we step away in time, you'll get to go say hi.
Perhaps. But It's still kind of sick to see, you know, all the players that have been representing throughout the bracket too. I did get to see the list, and it's been so heavy-handed with killers. It's kind of crazy. But to see the SoCal representation here at Combo Breaker is even crazier. I did not expect Brent, Lucan, Cormano to be here, but I've asked both Brent and Lucan. The only reason why they're here is because it's like the final send-off for Street Fighter 4. But it got me kind of curious.
Okay.
I'm like, what does that actually mean? Because Street Fighter 4 is such a strong community. I'm sure they'll be back for side events. They're like, well, we're coming back to play 6. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
That's, you know, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that there are so many people that are so excited for Street Fighter 6. We have both of those players you were speaking of, Brent and Lucan, ready to play for Grand Finals, but I do believe that first we're going to be cutting to an ad break before that we do that, so keep it locked and loaded, and we will be back with Grand Finals of Street Fighter 4 in just a few minutes.
Man, every time I hear that song, it gets me riled up. There's no better soundtrack, because I'm completely biased than Street Fighter 4, but the action is still going to be underway. My name is Vicious, here with Brad Muse, excuse me. He put the full shebang
Yo, I put
right
the full
under
government
there.
on there.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate that, man. You've been enjoying a lot of your time with Street Fighter 4 as you played it, but over watching it now here at Combo Breaker, how's that make you feel, man?
It's interesting to be able to come back to the game. So I was a late blooming 09er. Right, I didn't really start coming out to tournaments and competing in my local community until Marvel 3 dropped, at which point I got into Street Fighter 4 then. And to look at it again, like it's weird looking back on what your introduction to the world of Street Fighter was.
No doubt. Yeah. So here we go, Grand Finals, and I'm gonna call out Hillary Clinton. Don't be a dummy. I played the hell out of this game. Going forward, that was a sick trade combo, by the way. You cannot really interrupt the start of that Galactic Tornado, because if it does trade, you will get bodied. You will get that connection.
Now, we did see this character matchup play out in the winner's side as well. Lucan's Ryu was not able to get the better of Brent when they played on the winner's side. He has a whole other set to play with here as well, but Lucan is actually looking a little bit warmer in this round than he did when they played on the winner's side.
Yeah. A lot more activity in the anti-air department as well,
yes.
right?
That as well.
Oh, that's fine. It is a punish. But it's a pretty expensive punish. He's going to need that for like the rest of the rounds, but if he makes this comeback happen, it was well worth it!
Oh, not going to have time to reversal through there. Oh my god!
Damn, that was sick. If you don't tell me that was sick, I call you a liar, man. I call you a full-fledged liar. What a reaction to the short dive kick. I slapped the hell out of this table.
That was absolutely insane. Lucan is awake right now, rocking that overhead. That was another thing that we saw represented a fair bit when they played on the winner's side. Trying to move forward. Sweet, nothing really comes of it. All focus attack trade looking great for Brent, but he's dropped that combo so many times.
Oh, man, his autocorrect DPs have been so potent.
Right.
Yes. You can indeed meaty Rufus safely, despite having meter, because that EX Messiah. Oh, Ultra? Yes, sir. Oh, no! I'm sorry for your eardrums. Space Opera. Let's get the dash up twice. Standing jab for the technical. No! He mistimed it, but he still got the cross-up.
Lucan goes for that EX Fireball to try to earn themselves a little bit of space. We've got Ultra back on the board for Lucan, but probably don't need it depending on how you're able to make this happen. Fireball working out for him. Lucan trying to keep this a little bit slow.
Oh, DP!
Ooh, double KO!
That's fine. That is totally fine for Lucan. That jump in could have been catastrophic had he not reacted, but hey, man, we'll take the DVDs.
All right. Lucan gets a game on the board. I believe they got one game when they played on the winner's side. I think that was 3-1 Brent when they played on the winner's side. So this still could go Brent's way, but I gotta tell you, this is feeling like a different Lucan than when they played just a short while ago.
No doubt.
He's definitely a little bit warmer. If we find that solar plexus combo, then that's gonna be a big deal. Uh-oh.
It's in the lost and found somewhere at Command Center. No, you can't. You can't. But I get it, right? He's fishing for that crouching heavy punch from Brent or even a longer normal, but it's been Brent who's been reacting to the focus attacks. Get off of me, DP. No option select against the backdash, excuse me.
Oh, that jump in doing a great job there for Brent to try to make that happen. Oh no, we don't get the snake strikes.
He EG'd it. Oh, okay. Woo. That would definitely been a critical moment had he not recovered from that snake strike. I mean, it could have been like he did that intentionally to build meter, and he felt confident. But you definitely want to ultra there to finish, right?
I would think so. Yeah, getting the jump in, but we're too far away for the HDP to connect. Empty jump short from Brent. We don't get the confirm off of that, but we are completely comfortable. Nah, never mind. That is now an unfavorable trade.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's exactly what he was trying to do the first time they met. That standing roundhouse, completely crushing the low forward, catching the recovery as well. Proper punish. Oh! Nani? I don't know what that was. Brad, I don't know what that was.
We're floundering and fishing a little bit. We managed to get the jump in over the fireball. Lucan gets the knockdown.
That was so far. That's a big fella.
The X fireball connects, catches out the attempt at a dive kick from Brent. We're running out of piece.
Oh, that's crazy. So somebody in the chat immediately asked, how did that crouching medium kick whiff? I just told you, man. Standing roundhouse is a low crusher.
Keep seeing that spot where that's going on. I mean, Lucan is trying to represent focus attack in these ranges, but you can see Brent is trying to react to it and getting there in time so that they can get the deep jump in on the roundhouse. Getting the knockdown on the sweep there now, having Lucan locked down in the corner, sitting fully loaded. Okay.
Oh, double DP? Yes, sir. Oh, Lucan spent meter for that as well. That's totally fine. We have 3 bars, by the way. Yes, sir. Just in time for the corner. America sheds a tear, Brad. America sheds a tear. Wait for it. Raise the damn roof, baby. Boom. This character's trash, man. This character's a bully, bro.
I'm thinking that him and Zangief must have been the canon ending of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and that's why we didn't see him again.
Probably.
Zangief bulked up by Street Fighter 5, but Rufus is still a skinny boy somewhere.
Yeah. Imagine that, right? Cool.
Delay rises out of Lucan. Okay, nice tech. That was a pretty obvious spot to try to go for a back throw. There's a lot of gray life there for Lucan. Oh, that makes that a really strong poke now.
Yeah, I'm going to save the Ultra. It's not going to do any significant real damage.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lucan, Trade City. Yeah, yes, sir.
Frame trap, but we don't confirm off the crouching strong.
That was sick. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a punish. That was a counter hit.
Especially with that roundhouse. Lucan's been using standing roundhouse as an anti-air choice to deal with dive kicks at a wider range. Oh my god, you still managed to get away with it. Lucan can try to play for chip maybe, but you're stuck in the corner. You have to be so careful. That was a hungry
DP.
Nice DP.
Excellent work from Lucan, keeping the discipline alive. There is something that I have to say though.
Pick up the pace.
Any block string that goes into EX Galactic Tornado, there is a gap in it for Ryu to TP through it. 100%. I want to see if Lucan pulls that out later.
Oh my god, what a check. That was so good.
You thought it was cross-up DP, or sorry, cross-up Tatsu? Because I sure as hell did.
Oh, I definitely did. Okay.
Yeah.
Lucan playing with his food a little bit. Wants to back off. Okay, I think you could have anti-aired there. That was a spot where dive kick versus jump in. Definitely the DP would have caught either one.
The frame trap again. Not too close enough to the corner, and that's going to be the Ultra. Good amount of damage. He's a thick boy, but not thick enough.
2-1 now for Lucan. Lucan is, as we've said, on the loser side, so staring down the barrel of a bracket reset to try to make this happen. This matchup is going so differently than on the winner side, and I think part of it is the pace that Lucan is playing at. I feel like Lucan is playing with a little bit more intensity and ferocity than we saw on the winner side.
Yeah. Brent actually did not win at Evo Mandy Forte. That was Auto Demon who took it down. But he was close. He was in top 8. In the corner scenario, watch out for the dive kick, really ambiguous. Double DP, Lucan in full control. I don't think Brent's going to spend the meter yet. He's not desperate enough to do it. I lied to you all! Wow. He's a desperate man! He's trying to pay some bills, son.
I believed in you, Vicious.
I believed in myself, son. That's why I said it.
So did Lucan. That's why he got hit. They're right there. He heard you. He was like, I'm going to trust my boy. Lucan trying to push us back to mid-screen. Going for that solar plexus punch. Brent is cool, finally checking it with the crouching jab.
Oh, snap. Brent won Evo? My bad, Chris. I thought it was Auto Demon. Who lied to me? Convicted lied to me. Then it was Brent. Brent won Evo. Who said that? Y'all tripping.
You're lying about all the things right now.
You know, that's just how it goes.
You guys remember the time at Combo Breaker 2023, Vicious lied to everybody? I sure do. Brent is cool, finds the jab, confirms to be able to make that happen, get the round on the board now in Game 4.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
What will happen now?
Hey, man, at least spell my name correctly, bro. All right, though. Real talk, though, looking at it, Lucan already getting the stun. One of the biggest drawbacks of Rufus is that he does have a short stun bar. Everybody in chat won Evo. How about that?
Some Spartacus type beat? Yeah. I won Evo.
I won Evo. I'm Spartacus. Help.
Back it off, gets dive kicked on off that fireball, but one more touch ought to do it for Lucan. Goes for the overhead. We're not going to get it, but standing jab, counter hit, confirm.
Yeah, immediately after the block overhead. That was still a really, really good sequence from Lucan. And I don't think, again, that was the moment I feel like Brent would not have spent EX side. That's so deep.
Oh, no! We don't find the confirm. That's the spot. I feel like that's the first time we've seen that mistake out of Brent so far.
Item. Okay, hold on. Fake side switch? Yeah, I like that. It was going to be a fake crossover, but it was jump medium punch. Grabbing for the nacho, still getting the cheese.
Brent is going such a life lead, and we're going to game 5. That was a tough spot. I mean, like, is it possible? Sure, it's only a couple of hits, but I think Rufus, with the amount of life that was left there for Lucan, I think Brent is going to be hard-pressed to not be able to just, like, bust out a Messiah or something at some point and just really check you for it.
No doubt. I think that's fair. I think it's a fair analysis. I think it's something that Brent kind of really needs to reconsider, but we'll see. I mean, like, there were moments where he just kind of, like, does want to bust out. Like, he'll just do it just to do it, but we'll see.
Okay.
Back dash. Standing medium punch is so important, too.
Right. DP to get out of the corner. Bait out the Messiah. Oh, that DP trade is not ideal. Would have loved to have the additional frames there, and now you're locked down up against the corner. Nice standing jab check out of Lucan.
Excellent. And that's a commitment for Brent, right? He has to go for that stop sign, the crouching medium punch as a target combo, but the cost of Tatsu is really imperative. But as much as I want to highlight this Ultra, it's the setup afterwards that's dangerous.
Right. Dive kick hits hella late. We get the confirm this time. I feel like we've seen them drop the combos off of quad lights a few times so far, but Brent is cool finally, when it really matters, able to finish that out and then off the jump in from the fireball. It is tournament point now for Brent is cool. Looking to win this from the winner's side.
That's true. As Chad said, you don't have to look cool to be cool. The way that Rufus looks right now, listen, man, you can still be as cool as you want. I don't know if you could hold that a little bit longer for a level 2, but time has passed. It's all Brent right now with the momentum.
Oh.
No, that could have been possibly double DP. Was it close enough?
I don't think it was. I don't feel like it was. I wouldn't have tested it either, especially when we're dealing with some of this stuff. We get the DP this time, though. Nice low shorts, but we missed the link into the crouching strong. Okay.
Damn. Oh. Oh, stun is going to be imminent if he doesn't kill him.
Okay. Oh! No whip punish on the sweep. We find the back throw. Just an empty jump. Lucan is able to anti-air it, and the overheads once again. Final round of the first set. Are we going to be able to reset the bracket, or is Brent sending everybody home?
It's going to be a real awkward flight back home. I'd imagine him and Lucan are seatmates on the way back to SoCal. It's him, Lucan, and Cormano probably.
Oh, God. We finally warmed up those quad light confirms, blowing up the glass. He's really trying to use that roundhouse to blow up the low forwards like you were talking about earlier.
Oh, he wins! Oh, he didn't win off that! Oh, he's still close to it!
This is tough. There's so little life here for Lucan. We do find the anti-air. Brent is cool, is able to win it from the winner's side. Final game, final round.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It is Brent is cool, your combo breaker 2023 Ultra Street Fighter 4 champion, making one of many victories just in his pocket. You know, he's all right about it. That's why he is Brent is cool. Always keeps that cool, calm demeanor. And I genuinely thought it was Auto Demon who took down Eve, all right, to be fair. All right, I talked to a hell of people, and they're like, oh, I think it was Auto Demon. You guys all lied to me, which is why I lied to you guys.
I think you were a busy man at Evo last year.
Probably.
Only probably?
Probably.
We're gonna linger on a probably?
Perhaps. I don't want to lie anymore to the chat, so I'm going to keep it at a probably. But either way, yo, guys, I appreciate you guys coming through to the chat. It feels like a family function more so than commentary when I see you guys chatting it up. And I'm glad you guys are showing
recognize
support.
every name in there for it. It's really like, I mean, you were really active with this game, right?
No doubt. Yeah, I've committed and made so many bad decisions of my life to commit to Street Fighter 4. No doubt. Dog, I literally skipped 2 years of school to play this game at a competitive level, to like travel everywhere and do that. So obviously not the best choice, but look where it led me, right?
Here you are. I think it ultimately worked out for you. You see everyone waving to the people at home. Big ups to everybody that's coming through and supporting Street Fighter 4. We are going to have the medal ceremony, I believe. You see Ryan coming up to the stage to make sure that they can do it.
No doubt. I kind of want to see what the bracket was looking like, right? For those of you that weren't really able to kind of tune into, I guess, I don't even know how often they actually streamed it, to be honest, because I didn't get to see everything. Everything's happening at Combo Breaker, but This was our top 8. Brent is cool versus Cormano. You saw how that went down. That was actually a 3-1 set. Chewie fell to Lucan 0-3. And then obviously going down to the loser side, Ghost versus Ace Unlimited. Is that Ghost the guy player? I wonder. But Ace taking it down 3-2. Exeter versus Solid. That was actually a match I wish I saw because Exeter was playing out of his mind. Solid also playing out of his mind. Solid took it down 3-1. Then obviously moving into the quarterfinals, we had Chewie versus Ace. Chewie took it down 3-1. And then Cormano versus Solid. Damn! 3-1. Interesting. Everybody really hates El Fuerte, huh?
I mean, I don't miss that character. Let me keep that 100.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, Ghost is Ghost is the UK Honda main. Okay, so I've definitely seen Ghosts from the UK region. There's plenty of guys that go under the moniker Ghost. So I thank you for the big clarification. There you go. Cormano getting 3rd, Lucan getting 2nd. Brent is cool with the 1st place finish. Obviously, Chewie just a little bit shy, getting 4th place. But there you have it, your top 4. Actually, where is he on the camera? Is Chewie there? There he is.
All the way over there it is.
Show some respect. Chew Man Dinga. There it is, baby. I love that. I love that for you, bro.
Big ups to Street Fighter 4. And big ups to all of you for coming through and showing support, watching Combo Breaker all this weekend, watching all these titles across. Jesus, what do we have, like 15 streams here this weekend?
I think so.
Combo Breaker goes wide, man, but if you got a community that is out here trying to show off what you got for the people at home and let everybody know, yeah, we're playing this game, Combo Breaker is the place to do it.
Yes,
and we're rounding out. We're getting towards the end of our Sunday. I don't know that there's a whole lot else for us to do except to set the people free for whatever's coming next.
And drink some Malort. I'm just kidding.
I
don't do
know
that.
About that.
If y'all haven't done so already, by the way, I'm going to get real close to you. If you haven't done so already, hit up our boy IFCYipeS. Follow this channel. Subscribe to it as well. Show some love to the rest of the community and keep on doing what you're doing. That's all for us. We'll catch you guys for the next one. Be safe. Have a good night.